Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at these brand new same face, new place cards and taking a look at this whole promo, seeing which cards are worth picking up, which ones you should probably stay away from. Every card in this promo is going to be grindable today, and I will be making a video here in just about an hour when the cards come out, talking about how you can get each one for free. But we're going to be taking a look at each of them right now, their stats, their badges, and their animations, talking about which ones are the best and which ones don't look as good. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 13,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, tons and tons of content coming every day. Have not uploaded less than 6 times since the game came out, so really working hard there. I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Less than 200 subscribers away from that 13K mark. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with these emeralds, we got Max Drew, 6'5", 6'6" wingspan. He's going to be an elite shooter, but he's not going to do a lot else. 84 shot 3, but he's horrific defensively. He can dunk. 65 driving dunk isn't that bad. 69 speed and excel is not good either. If his release is really good, he'll be okay because he's a really nice shooter. If he doesn't have an elite release, he's not a particularly good card though. I mean, he's only 6'5". He's at best, he's Mike Miller, Kyle Korver maybe. I don't think no, he doesn't have the movement. His release could be good, but like, no, I don't think this Max Drew's card is going to be a legitimately good option. KP, I don't understand why we got an Emerald KP. A Ruby KP would have been so good. But let's compare him just to his other card. He is plus 10 shot mid on his other card. He's plus 4 steal, plus 4 block, plus 6 post hook, and a bunch of like a little bit of rebounding. I mean, there's not much that he's much better than the other Emerald KP, and unfortunately, so that just doesn't mean he's that great. That other KP was like a good budget center day one, but I think at this point the 25 speed is just such a gigantic liability. I don't think this KP is going to be any better really, despite having slightly, and I mean slightly better stats. Like, look at this, it's not significant. Now, after this KP card, we do have Eric Gordon, who is 6'3" at shooting guard. He is undersized. 79 speed and excel, 83 shot 3, and 70 driving dunk. Defensively does nothing. No limitless range, no good finishing badges, no good defensive badges. Undersized at 6'3", not crazy fast. He's just not going to be that great. I'm going to be honest. I don't see a world in which this card is all that great. He may not be horrific, but he's definitely not going to be particularly good. He'll be okay offensively, defensively, completely horrible. Grant Williams, 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, 66 speed and excel is a little slow. Defensively, he's not great, but he's not horrific. 78 perimeter, 76 lateral is pretty good. 68 interior isn't great. He has some shooting and some defensive badges. That's kind of nice. Only a 65 driving dunk, 66 speed and excel, though. 80 shot 3 is fine. I don't think his release is that good, though. So Grant has his own release. He's got his own movement stuff as well. Yeah, I don't know, man. A little slow, not a great slasher, not a great defender. Shooter's good, but I think there's just better budget small forwards, to be honest, considering he's only 6'6" as well. Jordan Poole, 6'4", 6'6" wingspan, 84 speed and excel, 82 shot 3, 60 driving dunk. Wish this was a little higher, the driving dunk, to be honest, because if he had like a 75 driving dunk, I think this card would be a really nice offensive card, because I do think he's going to be a very good 300, pretty fun to use, have some fun sigs. Going to be a fun card. I just don't think he's going to be particularly great. 74 lateral quickness is only like serviceable defensive stat. The rest of his defensive stats are just atrocious. This Jordan Poole release on normal, though, it's a good release. Dame Lillard dribble style. It does work. I think the rest of his sigs are really nice as well. I don't think this card's going to be bad at all. I actually think he has pretty good. He's going to be very good offensively, but defensively he's going to struggle a bit. Marcus Smart, cannot believe he cannot play the point guard position first and foremost. I really wish this card could play the point guard position. It would literally take him to a completely different level as a card, I think. 6'4" with a 6'8" wingspan, though. 78 speed and excel, 78 shot 3, 50 driving dunk is a little low, but 74 interior, 89 perimeter, 89 lateral quickness. He would be one of the more versatile defensive cards in the game, especially if you could play the point guard position. At shooting guard, he's just not quite as good because he's more undersized at the shooting guard position. There's just more, I feel like, versatile shooting guard options. But, I mean, as a budget point guard, he would have been so good. So it's a real shame. He's still a very good budget shooting guard. I know he's got a good release. I know his movement is okay. And I know he's a very good defender. But at only 6'4", he's a little bit undersized. He just doesn't pack the firepower at shooting guard that he would have packed at the point guard position unfortunately. So that's a real shame. But this Ruby Dillon Brooks card is going to be a beast. 6'6", 6'6" wingspan, 75 speed and excel, 77 shot 3, 75 driving dunk, 73 interior, 90 perimeter, 88 lateral. That's nice. 70 steals. Well, I mean, this card's not bad. He's got decent speed, very good shooter, or not very good, but solid shooter, solid dunker, and he's got really, really good defense. The defensive badges are really, really nice as well. I've heard Dillon Brooks' release is good this year, and if that's the case, which we will see later today, because I will do gameplay with this card, if he has a good release, which is what people are saying, this card is going to be very, very good, and I'm very, very excited to try him out. See how good he is in my team. This is a guy who could be a really, really good 3-and-D type shooting guard next to an offensive point guard. Could have a role in a lot of people's squads. John Collins, I had pretty high hopes for this card, but unfortunately 71 speed, 73 balls, 74 interior. Outside of the dunking, he's just really mediocre. Silver posterizer and fast twitch, brought gold pogo stick and chase down artist, but unfortunately he's not. I mean, 71 speed is not unacceptable by any means, but we have a bunch of other power forward options who are already free. His release is not great. I did go try it out, and only a 73 ball isn't amazing. He'll hit wide open, but that's about it. And defensively, he's really worse than most of these other cards as well. He can dunk the ball decently, but I'd rather run a guy like Amari Stoudemire or Jabari Smith or somebody like that at the power forward position than this John Collins card. And then finally, we have 88 over Chris Paul, 6 foot with a 6'4" wingspan. Can't dunk the ball at all, but very good perimeter defender, great playmaking badges, as well as an 80 speed and excel, little low, but 83 shot 3 as well. I think the lack of speed might hurt a little bit in the fact that he can't dunk, but he can't be worse than a guy like Steve Nash. He's going to be a better version of Steve Nash, as good of a shooter, far more versatile defender, and probably better playmaker as well. I think this card's going to be decent right now. I wish he was a little faster. I think 80 speed is pretty slow, but movement should be okay. The release should be okay as well. I mean, he's not bad. I don't think he's going to be great, but I don't think he's bad. This drop is not amazing, I got to say. Marcus Smart could have been so much better if he was a point guard. Same thing with Jordan Poole. Dillon Brooks is good. John Collins is a little bit mid. He needed a little bit higher 3 ball, a little bit better speed or something along those lines. Chris Paul, a little slow as well, but looks pretty okay. Grant Williams looks kind of mid. And then all 3 of the Emeralds honestly look pretty mid as well. So for me, Chris Paul, Dillon Brooks, Marcus Smart, Jordan Poole are the most interesting cards in this drop. And I'm interested to see how good they are. So we're going to have to get gameplays with all these rubies and a couple of these sapphire cards for y'all as well today. So that is going to do it for this video. Remember, all these cards are free, which is a huge W, so you can grind them all out if there's any that catch your eye as cards you want to add to your lineup. So hopefully y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.